Welcome back to Silent Pew. Check it out. We're at the range. So as promised for episode 4, we're going to be talking about episode 1, 2, and 3, which we did reviews on. And that's going to be our M&P Shield Performance Center, our Springfield Hellcat, and of course, our SIG X Macro. We're going to be working with 3 steel targets. We got a little paint on the middle one, but you know, whatever. All right, quick overview of what we got. So we of course have our M&P Shield right here. We've got our SIG X Macro here with the Wesson red dot on it. And then we've got our Springfield Hellcat. Now I've also brought out the carry holsters that I use for these as well. So a quick overview on these. I believe these ones are long shadow. I picked these up back in Colorado. I've got one of these for both the M&P Shield and the Hellcat. And then this one's a tier 1 conceal or tier 1 concealed. And this one, as you can see, carries the gun and an extra magazine, and this is what I use for the SIG X Macro. All right, so we're going to start here about 10 yards, get warmed up, and we're going to go ahead and start with the M&P Performance Center. So we're going to go in the order that we did these reviews. And we are using, by the way, 9mm Blazer brass, and I think this is 124. I'll double check, might be 115. So let's go ahead and get started here. So pretty good, about as good as I remember. Again, this is for sure one of my favorite guns. Even though it doesn't have the capacity, this is definitely gonna stay up there for us. So next we've got our Hellcat. So we've got the same ammo. We're gonna keep it consistent throughout the video. So let's go ahead and give this one a run. All right, so felt good. We did not get a lock back on the last round, so we'll keep an eye on that there. Not sure if it's the magazine or the ammo, what happened with that. I don't think I remember having any issues with that in the past, so we'll keep an eye on it. But let's get to the next one. All right, so we got our SIG X Macro right here. This is our only one with the red dot. So again, still at 10 yards. See how this one feels. Good, good. I love the red dot. The red dot makes a big difference for me. It just feels more comfortable. You're paying attention to the target, both eyes open. So it's definitely a big difference. And of course, we've got our slide locks back here. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the M&P Shield here at about 10 yards. So 10 yards is gonna be about here. We're gonna do 5 rapid fire shots to see how the recoil management is and see how accurate we are. So 5 shots, 10 yards. Let's go from there. And one thing also, by the way, while we're here, one thing I don't like about the M&P Shield that has always bothered me is it doesn't matter how hard I press this down. It takes some force to get that down. So it's almost easier just to rack the slide. So that's something that's always been something I didn't like. All right, that's 5. So one other thing that I wanted to mention that's kind of cool as we start this channel and kind of get moving is we're going to be learning together. So I haven't got out and trained a whole bunch. I've shot for a long time. I've had guns for a long time, but I haven't really been out, you know, training, moving around or anything like that. We won't be moving too much today. I just got some knee surgery, but you know, we're going to be hopefully growing together. So as the channel grows, hopefully I'll be getting better. And simple things like what we just seen on that last clip there is, you know, shooting 5, but pulling that trigger a 6th time. Like, we want to get proficient with knowing exactly how many shots are going down range. We should know that that slide's locking back and that we're done with our drill or whatever we're doing. So Springfield Hellcat, let's see if we get this one to lock back on here. As I'm holding this in my grip, I don't feel myself on the slide lock. Maybe, very possible, kind of. Let's see. All right, 5 rapid fire. Yeah, see, like right there. Okay, we pulled the trigger 6 times, but that's because this didn't lock back for sure. I don't feel myself on the slide lock or anything like that. So, okay, we've got our SIG. Same 10 yards. I did confirm we are using 124 grain for the blazer brass here. 10 yards, red dot, steel target, 5 shots. So one thing I noticed, just a little bit off topic, but also on topic for sure, is with the red dot. Got to work on tracking that red dot. It's easier to get on target, I would say, but in a rapid fire situation, you definitely got to control the firearm so that you can keep that red dot in sight. I did lose it on one of those, even though I think I still hit the target. So yeah, there we go. Just gonna keep this thing rolling, huh? Keep the camera rolling. Stop cutting it so much. Kind of see what happens in the day at the range. All right, off topic a little bit here. I got 4 rounds. It's driving me crazy. So we're at about 20 yards here. We're at about 20-ish yards right now. So we've moved back. We've got warmed up, I would say. We're pretty warm. So we're gonna load up some of these magazines here and give a 20-yard shot for each of these. Yeah, let's start with the M&P Shield. Feels good. This one feels great, man. This one feels fantastic. The only thing is, like I said, that magazine being 8 rounds, I can't trust my life to that, because we don't know what's going on, right? We don't know if somebody's got a rifle. We don't know if it's 25,000 zombies coming at us. You know, it could be anything. So, you know, the 8 rounds, I wish that could be a little bit more. But somebody commented about the plus version, so that's definitely an option for sure. So let's see. We'll go here. Springfield, 20 yards. We're still not locking back here. Actually, matter of fact, let's go ahead and try this 7-rounder. Also, I did miss some of those ones with that Hellcat. Not sure if it's because somebody rolled up on me, if I lost focus or what. All right, so we're going pinky extension here. So this is, I said 7-rounder. This is the 11-rounder. I was thinking about the M&P Shield. So 20 yards here. Same thing. Same thing. So we're not getting a lock back on this. So 20 yards here. We got some crazy bees out here. All right. Oh yeah. yeah. This one feels great. So this one here, there's a reason why I carry this one. There's a reason why I carry this one. I could say that. But also the red dot. I mean, if you guys are still using iron sights, I think you definitely need to invest into getting a gun with a milled slide cut. Got to get the red dot on there. It makes a huge difference. Just feel more comfortable, right? So like as I'm shooting down range, I mean, I think this is for another video, but when you're looking through the iron sights, right, your focus is on the iron sight and then your blurred vision is the target. Whereas with the red dot, right, you're focused on the target and your blurred vision is kind of the closer object. And then the red dot is kind of just on the target. I have to gather my thoughts on that in terms of explaining that a little bit better, but hopefully that makes sense. We're gonna go ahead and start from the 20 yards and kind of slowly walk up to about the 10 yards while shooting 5 rounds on each. I hit with some steel. What the heck? We're gonna slowly shoot as we're walking just to see how that feels. Let's go ahead and start off with the M&P shield. Okay, good. Felt good. I like that. All right, let's go ahead and throw on the Springfield. I know you guys are a little bit far back there, but I do notice that this magazine is fairly loose. If we take a look at the M&P, we don't have much wiggle there. And if we take a look at the SIG, a little wiggle, but not that much. So I'm not sure if that's contributing to the slide. I mean, this thing, I'll show you guys when we get down there. This thing is not locking back and it's wiggling, so. All right, I believe that was 5. Wouldn't know, it's not locking back. All right, let me show you guys this. So 2 things. One, when the magazine is in, it does lock back. So I'm not sure if it's the grip or not. And see, this has got some wiggle. Less wiggle without the rounds in it, I just noticed, but some wiggle there. So I don't know, we'll keep our eye on it. All right, SIG, we've got 20 yards, working our way into 10. Yeah, it feels good. Feels good. So I would say all of them feel fairly comparable. Springfield, I'm not as accurate with, so I've been noticing I haven't been hitting where I've liked with the Springfield. So just something to take note on. But let's go ahead and load these back up. Once we get these loaded up, let's draw from conceal and just see how we're feeling with each of these, because that is the main goal with all of these, is to be concealed carry options. So let's load them up. Let's draw from conceal and let's see how we're feeling with those. We're gonna start off with the M&P shield. We've got our long shadow holster, concealed carry inside the waistband on the right appendix side. So we've got appendix carry here. So just to get down here, this is our setup. So like I said, we'll kind of be getting together, hopefully learning together. Not the fastest time there, and I'll say that this is not the easiest to get out. So I'm not sure if it's just this holster or a combination of myself as well. For sure it's a combination of myself. I know that for a fact. So okay, so that was, I felt sloppy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our time on this one. We wanna make sure we're hitting our target in a real life situation. What we're attempting to do here is we're attempting to pull the garment up, pull the shirt up. We're pulling out. We're trying to get a good grip while we're coming out on target and take the shot. Okay, so felt more controlled. However, it was slow, but with time, we've got this. We've got this. All right, let's go another one. That one felt good. That one felt good. So while we're out here learning together, one of the things that you'll notice is I like to watch this back down into the holster. It is a loaded firearm, so we don't want any accidents out here. And it is good practice to make sure that you're keeping everything away from that trigger as you're reholstering it. So we got one more. All right, good. So that one felt pretty good. We got 5. That was the 5th one. So I think as we got warmed up, we got pretty good there. So let's test the other ones. Let's see if the holsters make a difference. Let's see if getting warmed up makes a difference. We'll go from there. All right, so we're gonna go with the Springfield Hellcat here. So one thing with this holster here is when I got this holster, I got the same brand as I got for the M&P Shield because that one was super comfortable. But when I got this one here, I didn't feel the same comfort. It feels like it sticks up too high, so it feels like the weight is falling over, and I don't like that. So it deterred me from carrying this a lot. So I actually reverted back to the M&P in most cases just because of that holster. So make sure the gear that you get, you like, you're comfortable with it. You don't settle for it, because that is a small thing that'll make you either carry or not carry. And we got to make sure everybody's carrying. So here we go. So one thing about pulling from conceal is you really got to focus on getting that grip right. So we're trying to get this shirt up, pull it out, and get the grip. See, slow motion, and we're good. All right, so we're getting on target, we're hitting our target, but I'm not feeling the grip that I would want. So we're gonna work on that, we're gonna practice that, make sure that we're getting that grip that we want as we continue to get out here. All right, that was our best one. So again, fifth one was the best one. That one felt pretty good. We hit our target, we're getting it out. So that's the Springfield. Let's go ahead and get the SIG. So we got the SIG P365 X macro on us now. Now with this one, we have the Tier 1 conceal holster, which has the section for the firearm, and then we have a section for an extra magazine. So let me back up here a little bit, make sure you guys can see. So we got the firearm here, extra magazine here. So in a situation, I can quickly reload if I needed to. And then so with this one, it lets me carry 17+1 in the gun and then an extra 17 round magazine. So I've got, what's that, 34+1 all the time, anytime. So I definitely like that. Now, we're gonna have to get used to drawing from conceal with this one and getting that red dot on target. That's gonna be for sure a learning curve overall. That's the nice thing about getting outside, right? Is because a lot of ranges indoor, you're in a lane, you got people left, you got people right. And a lot of ranges actually don't let you pull from conceal, so you can't really even train. But we're training today, so here we go. Okay, so right off the bat, I did not pick up that red dot, so I didn't take the shot. I'm dipping down, I can see, so I need to bring that up. And one of the ways that I've taught myself at home to get that red dot on sight is to bring it out here. So let's see if we can get that. This is important. Okay, better. Good. So we didn't get that red dot on that first pull. And that's probably just the fact of I haven't been out here for a while to actually shoot. I haven't been out anywhere for a while to actually shoot from conceal. So like I said, as we go to the range, indoor range, rifle bays, pistol bays, doesn't matter. A lot of ranges don't want you to shoot fast. They don't want you to pull from conceal. So it makes it difficult to train real life scenarios. So it's good we're out here. It's good we're getting this practice in. So yeah, for sure, I would say most comfortable holster, most comfortable shot. One thing we definitely got to keep practicing is getting that red dot on target. We want to keep both those eyes open, get our eyes out on the target. We want that red dot to really just find where we're going. So we'll keep practicing that. All right, so overall, I think that each one of these is a good option. We have a review on each of these on the channel, so we already know all the pros and the cons, but in hand, how they feel at the range, I would say that they're each great options. The biggest thing is just the capacity. So if we can get each of these in a better capacity, then I think that they're all great options. Now, what I would like to do, and let me know if you guys would like to see this, but I would like to check out the FN Reflex XL, and then I would also like to check out the Canic Prime and see if those are good options. Both of those have been coming up on my feed lately and being compared to this. So I definitely like to try those out, but that's kind of how I'm feeling about this. Let's get a couple more shots in. All right, so we've got 3 targets down here. Let me come over here just so you guys can see them. So we got these 3 targets. We're gonna kind of go back and forth between them. See how we feel. All right, guys, that's it. So we went through all the ammo that we brought out today, and we were able to shoot all of the guns that we talked about over the last couple weeks. So appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't already seen the individual reviews, go ahead and check out the channel. I got a review for each one of those guns on the channel itself. So go ahead and check that out. And also, let me know what you guys carry. Let me know if there's something you guys think I should be checking out for my carry. Let me know down in the comments below so that I know if there's something I'm missing. Like I said, a couple things that I'm already eyeballing is the FN Reflex XL and then also the Canic Prime. The Canic Prime is something that I'm looking at also. So I want to check those out, see if they can be in the rotation just because I like the P365X macro. Doesn't mean I don't like to swap things out depending on how I'm feeling, depending on what I'm wearing. There's a lot of things that contribute to figuring out what I really want to carry for the day. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Stay safe and shoot straight.